Project NCT, Project Nurturing Child's Talents. Why do I speak here? Or to whom is my voice for? Let me tell you my story. One day, when I was walking home, I saw a man with a walking stick, and I asked myself, what makes them different? Perhaps in your case, you have met someone in your school who is visually impaired, or have encountered behavioral problems with your friend and don't know why this is happening to them. Like me, you may have realized what makes them different is their disability. And that's what's keeping me going. Because I see hope in their disabilities, just like when someone have seen hope in my vulnerabilities. Having won the Southeast Asia Synergy Competition allowed me to pursue the meet and greet for children with special needs. And let me present them to you, some of them. Jose is a 17-year-old boy who is taking up special education in a normal educating facility. Although he has right arm and leg paralysis, he is blessed because his mother supports his education. On the other side of the story, here is Pedro, a 16-year-old child who is not in school. Although he can run, can walk, and is even more able than the aforementioned, although he has mild autism. These are just some of the millions of children with disabilities around the world. Let me go over to the prevalence and educational attainment of children with special needs, from the worldwide statistics up to the local statistics. In the worldwide setting, according to the United Nations Children's Fund, 93 million out of the 2 billion persons with disabilities are children with special needs. In the Asia-Pacific setting, Sri Lanka, a country in the South Asia subcontinent, reports 1.6 million persons with disabilities. 1.8% of this are ages 15 to 19 years old. Unfortunately, 45% ages 15 to 19 are only engaged in education. Although there is the National Legislation Protection of the Rights of Persons with Disabilities Act No. 28 of 1996. In the national statistics, my country, the Philippines, 1.44 million of the Filipino population have a disability, equivalent to 1.57%. The PWD population proportion by 5-year age group in the country states that 6.9% are ages 15 to 19 years old, the second largest population proportion in the country. The educational attainment of persons with disabilities also states that 23% of those with severe disability have reached elementary level, and 17% of those with moderate disability have reached elementary level as well. In the regional statistics, my region, Bicol, 1.85% is the population proportions of persons with disabilities, higher than the national figure. In my locality, the municipality of Camanlig, only 9 enrollees out of the 55 children with special needs ages 15 to 17 years old are pursuing education. Truly, the prevalence and educational attainment of children with special needs is not only present in the local setting, but has always been a worldwide issue. What seems to be the problem? The problem is the barriers to the employment of persons with disabilities, including accessibility, education and training, illegal barriers, and attitudes and discrimination. Through the meet and greet for children with special needs, we also found out that it was lack of child support leading to no education, leading to lack of skills, which leads to no employment. My solution is Project NCT, Project Nurturing Child's Talents, scaffolding technical vocational training to children with special needs ages 15 to 17 years old in Camali Galbay. Our vision is a community where every child belongs, and our mission is to provide literacy, promote equity, and offer technical vocational training to children with special needs. Our action plan is the following. Number 1, raising awareness. Number 2, building partnerships. Number 3, finding the means. Number 4, the program. And number 5, employment. I have found out that the orientation and the Convention on the Rights of Children with Special Needs plus the support of my locality equals awareness. Number 2, building partnerships with International Association of Youth and Students for Peace, Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, Department of Social Welfare and Development, and my locality, the local government unit of Kamalig. Building partnerships equals functional project. Gladly, we're able to close the partnership with the local government of Kamalig and the Municipal Planning and Development Office. And a party list already presented itself to support our cause. Number 3 is the means, which will include professionals, volunteers, willing organizations such as non-government and government organizations, and fundings through sponsorships, solicitations, and partnerships, which will lead us to number 4, the actual technical vocational training, which will include housekeeping, organic agriculture production, massage therapy, and cookery through the 6 months to 1 year timeline of project support. This only tells us that there are companies that hire PWDs, including Happy Toothpaste, Project Lily Philippines, and international companies such as South Star Drug by the Unilab or Frutas Holdings Incorporation. We can now eradicate lack of child support, no education, lack of skills, and no employment. And through the Project NCT, we can now give child support, education, technical skills, which will lead us to employment. They can now be self-sufficient, support their families, and even make our world a better place to live in. I am inspired to share to you the numerical goals of this project. Hopefully, 25 children with special needs will take the technical vocational training. 4 out of 5 of them will pass the assessment and achieve the competency. And of course, hopefully, 80% will have the benefit to be granted an employment. My project supports the Sustainable Development Goals, including reduced inequalities, quality education, no poverty, decent work and economic growth, and of course, partnership for the goals. Ladies and gentlemen, our children with special needs have lived their lives with so much vulnerability, and I see nothing wrong with it. Would you help me? Embrace their possibilities despite their disabilities? If so, join us in realizing Project NCT. Reach us in the contact details presented on your screen. It is my greatest honor to perform to you today in this World Synergy competition. This has been Rika B. Marfil, your Asia Pacific Synergy representative, leaving you a simple message. Project NCT, where every child belongs. And this will be our legacy.